Hey, welcome to another episode of the Why Oos podcast. I'm your host, Why Oos. Today's guest is going to be a person named Sai. She is an artist based out in Arizona. And I also have two TikTok friends. Shout out to Samoan Beauty and Mikaele. In this episode, if you're somebody that's into like videography or just art, Sai talks about that. She has a lot of, or actually history and background about it, covers some gems of information that will help you carry on this journey as a artist or videography. But also the topic that we talk about with Mikaele and Samoan Beauty is we talk, I wouldn't want to say politics, but we just cover RF Kennedy signing on with Donald Trump. If you actually listen to the whole episode, you'll be able to learn about Sai and what she does with video. It's something that's a hobby, but also she's making a living off of. It's empowering millennials, especially females. It's really interesting, man. I had a great conversation with these guys. And also I'll talk about, because I'm type 2 diabetic, educating folks of the lifestyle of those that are actually type 2, and I've learned also Sai being the type 1 diabetic. So there's a lot of information there, man. So tune in, drop a comment below, and let's go ahead and enjoy this episode.
Why use? Tune in and vibe the drive. Why use? Tune in and vibe the drive. Why use? Tune in and vibe the drive. Why use? Tune in and vibe the drive.
I go, I vote, I leave it at that, and then I see who's president. I don't really follow it.
So I want to really see how is it going to work as far as podcasters and a lot of people that do listen, because, you know, I don't know if you ever heard about, like, there's that whole saying, like, if Joe Rogan was to endorse or say who he's going to vote for, that's going to be the next sitting president, at least from the podcast side.
For me, the way I've noticed it, who's got more money?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can buy votes. Votes is easy to buy. Like, let's say, you know what I'm saying, I want to give here in Cali. If I run for president, I come out here and I'm doing my endorsement out here, and the next thing you know, I decide I want to win Cali's votes. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to endorse the hell out of myself. I'm going to give them, all the stuff that I could possibly give them. T-shirts, hats, you know what I'm saying? Oh, your kids want to go to college? Don't worry about it. I can help you out. I want to put this amount of money in to help all these kids out to go to college, but you got to put your vote in for me.
Okay, I see what you're saying by buying votes. Because, you know, obviously the Democrat, their move was to have the first female president, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's also a female that's colored. The best move that whoever presidency decides, whoever they need to go get this Robert Kennedy dude, because yes, he only has maybe 15 states, but that 15 states is going to change the needle. Because before this announcement, it felt like the Democrat was leading, because the one thing they were pushing was the unity.
Yeah.
And every sitting president or every former president was at Kamala's campaign, and everybody was standing as one. Versus the Republican, they didn't really they were just doing their own thing. So I was just like, wow, that's a crazy move. So it's gonna be interesting to see who ends up winning, because I don't know, man. I got my own personal vote. That's my own personal opinion. What I'm getting at is because the time of Gen Zs.
Yeah.
The Gen Zs is fading, right? So us millennials are now, majority as far as it's coming, millennials are now the present, if that makes sense. Meaning that,
right,
like, as far as voting, as far as income, middle class, but just from watching social media and mainstream news, the data shows that millennials are, like, right now, with the college students, are the ones that are populating the U.S. So it's a matter of the old ways of how you were able to rely on small counties and towns to put in their votes for a state has changed. And I want to see, like, if it ends up being Donald Trump winning with the help of Robert Kennedy, then I'm like, okay, there is a lot of millennials and Gen Zs who are invested.
Right.
I mean, you tell me somebody that you don't know that's in their 20s that are not investing, whoever's working. They understand what investing is, and that's what Robert Kennedy represents. You know what I'm saying? He's all about that cryptocurrency and making that tax. Because that's where a lot of
Right.
us that invest in that, we don't want that tax. We don't want the government to touch that money.
Like you said, it's gonna be interesting this year in general because a lot of people that did follow it for years after what's been happening and stuff like that, a lot of people fell off from it.
Yeah, the traditional voting way and
Yeah,
how you win states and stuff.
yeah. It's gonna be a crazy year. We gonna sit back and have me a nice cold one while I watch the
Yeah.
votes go through.
Kamala, they played chess with Kamala. Kamala wasn't voted in. They definitely played chess with her because Biden, people were losing hope with Biden. And, they had to throw in a minority. She was already the first minority woman president already the day Biden had to go get a colonoscopy because he had to get put to sleep, he got put under for his surgery. So she was already that president for the day. So that's already been the first minority president ever done. But basically the whole Kennedy, the reason why he is endorsing Trump, he said because he reached out to Kamala, he reached out to the Democrats, and he reached out to everyone, and they basically pushed him aside. And that's what he said on his speech. He's like, you know what? They ignored me. They didn't reach out to me. They didn't show me respect. Nothing. I reached out to all of them, and that was it. It's interesting. It's an interesting route. It's interesting because, like, I was shocked of how many people actually showed up because people are always saying that Trump rallies are empty. The line up to get into that rally was over 6 miles. Over 6 miles. Well over. There was when I showed up, there was well over 11,000 people in line, and I'm not playing. It was 104 degrees. There was ambulances because people were passing on the heat.
I'm not a politic fan. I'd rather just stay away from it.
And people can get real nasty with it, like real nasty.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
some people, like the Republicans, has their pros and cons. Democrats got their pros and cons. I pick pieces from there. I pick pieces from there. But you know what? At the same time, whoever's gonna fuck with my money, I'm not supportive of them.
Yeah.
That's where my mentality is. Like, I need to make sure my kid is okay. I need to make sure my bed count's okay, and I need to make sure I actually have a stable foundation.
We just wanted to have the ladies' input on it. You know what I'm saying? Because those were the two topics that I was covering on this podcast. And for me, being a millennial, understanding that healthcare is such a big issue, especially when it comes to, you notice when you go to the hospital, automatically you're gonna be prescribed a prescription. There's never like a freaking other kind of solution. You're just automatically gonna get a written prescription of what to go pick up at the pharmacy.
Yep.
And you know how that goes. I mean, I don't know if you're aware of that, but to me, they're kind of like the biggest drug dealers there is in the whole world. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
But
absolutely.
being the type 2 diabetes and all that stuff, man, I need those costs to be lowered. Or just give me the right medicine to actually get the job done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Recover and
absolutely.
heal, dude.
And the problem with diabetics also, I've noticed this a lot here recently, especially from my mom being diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
Half the time they don't even carry the insulin. They will not have the
Facts.
insulin in stock. I gotta sit here and I gotta tell her you're gonna have to be easy on your insulin, for your daytime or your nighttime because they don't have it in stock and won't have it till next week.
Hey, what? Not even next week, bro. Sometimes, like, I literally had to change my, because I was on Monjaro, and that was working fine for me. And then they ran out of it. Then I was like, well, I need some kind of replacement because, so they put me on Ozempic. And that crap, it was weird. It just wasn't effective for me. Some people, it's good for them. Some people are good for Monjaro. Say that they're diabetic so they can get that medicine because I guess that's the new magic medicine for weight loss.
Yeah, which is crazy because when they do that, then what happens? They run the people that need this shit out. They burn them dry.
I hear you, bro.
And that's irritating to me too, is, just you want weight loss. Do it the right way. Diet, work out, do it the right way. Quit taking medicine away from people that need it.
Kind of sucks though, bro, because I got some 20-year-olds and 21-year-olds, and they all about the weight loss. I mean, even like my 15 and 16 how old are you, son? 16?
Yeah.
Dude, they talking about weight loss and all that stuff. I'm like, tell them,
That's
what
16.
at 16? I'm like, what are you worried about your body, dog? What the heck?
Man,
Like,
you ain't even
let's
hit your
life.
prime yet.
For
You ain't
real.
even you ain't even at a prime. You ain't even at anything yet at 16. Now you get close to that 18 range. That's when you might want to start working out. You know what I'm saying? Watching what
You,
you eat. And
I'm just saying in general, like kids are just they want to work out just because they feel insecure of their body because that's what they're used to, man. That's the information they're getting passed out on.
I might be guilty of something like that, but I always did it out of, trying to mess around with my son, because
Correct.
just trying to mess around with him, toy with him, stuff like that, because he was built like how I was when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
So I always mess with him about it. Son, you're gonna be a giraffe. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be really tall with long
Like,
ass arms and legs, real skinny. And then it got to a point. He's like, Dad, I want to work out. So it's like, well, I mean, that's your choice. I mean, if you want to work out, work out. I said you can work out either to bulk up or you can work out just to get cut and strong. I was like, but I told him, I said the main secret behind that, son. He said, what? I said, eat, 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 eat. You might think you're getting big and you might, be, as most people say, fat. You think you're going to get fat. No, you might get a little weight on you. Don't just use it. But in a way, sometimes when I mess with him, he took it the wrong way.
kids are sensitive, bro. It's weird as heck, yo.
And it's like, man, just take what I'm saying and just use it as, a little bit of charisma.
For real, man. It's tripping out of me, man.
Life is too short, you know?
So what's your motivation?
Like it's a mental health kind of thing, you know? Like that's my go-to. When I wake up in the morning, have my coffee, have my little meditation kind of thing, you know?
Interesting.
It sounds cliche, but like I'll have my time with the Lord before I go out, get the kids ready for school, get my workout in, and then start my day. I am afraid of gaining weight. I'm scared. Like I love to eat. That's my problem.
Gotcha.
And if I can like at least not gain too much and still be able to indulge in whatever, you know.
You can. It's possible.
I mean, I've maintained so far. I eat whatever I want, but I still keep up with my workouts.
So my question is to you, Samoan Beauty. Could it be your surrounding is what motivates you to maintain your weight? And the only reason why I say that because my time when I was around the Samoan community, this is like back home in like Reno, Nevada. Samoan people, a lot of us, we have koga'is and just get together. And every time we hang out, it wasn't, yeah, we did physical work, but it wasn't compared to like the food. The intake was a lot more than the workout and the health, if that makes sense.
I think it's just the routine and the lifestyle that I've built from being in the military, and so it just never left. I can't speak for everybody, but after I retired, I started gaining weight. Like I got too lax, and I was like, and I got to enjoy whatever without. I told myself that I didn't have to do a PT test, so I can do whatever. And then I realized real quick that's not the way to do it, and I started going like spiraling downwards instead of I was going down the wrong path. And so I had to get back into how I used to do things when I would wake up in the morning, go to the gym, start my day, get my mind right, affirmations, positive vibes, that kind of thing. That's my why and my motivation.
Yeah, I was hearing about the, type 2 diabetes. I'm a type 1 diabetic and
Mm,
I would kill to be a type 2 because you guys have the option to reverse it, right? People
really?
who are type 2 have the option to reverse it, live a healthy lifestyle, get the A1C down. They have an option, they have the ability to
Yeah.
reverse it. Type 1s, we don't. We don't.
Mm,
And type 2s can eventually become type 1s. And, it just, it kind of irks me that people know that they can live a healthy lifestyle, get the A1C normalize their blood sugars to avoid becoming a type 1. We never had that option. So kind of like,
damn, you know
hearing
what?
that.
So I want to apologize for every type 2 out there for being like me. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Oh,
like I said, I was totally fine with my body. I was comfortable with what I was, but apparently, according to my doctors, they say that I'm obesity. And I'm just like, how is that? But okay.
yeah, your body can still produce insulin, right? But
Yes.
cannot produce enough insulin for I'm going to use the capacity that you are, like, your body size. So eventually you're going to end up having to take pills and then take needles, and you're still able to produce insulin, but eventually your body will stop producing insulin. if you don't reverse it and to start taking care of yourself. And then, having high blood sugars and not controlling your diabetes, your healing process goes a lot slower. You can start developing nerve damage. That's why you see amputees. That's why you see ulcers. That's why you see blindness. You see so much issues. But it's for type 2s, it's easy. You're just going to have to just change up a different lifestyle. No more corned beef.
Yeah, right.
You can't eat the
Yeah,
corned
right.
beef no more. You're gonna have to start eating leaner, eat cleaner fats, eat clean, a clean diet. That Samoan diet, it's high, it's high calories, high
High
fats,
everything.
high gout diet. Like
Yep.
that's not it's not like I went to Samoan church this weekend and it was bread and rice and potatoes and I was like, you know what? If I wasn't a diabetic, I'd be leaving the church today diabetic.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's high everything.
Yes, yes, and it's unfortunate how I always say to people, type 2 diabetes is not genetic. The eating habits are genetic. If you grow up eating a certain way and not knowing, a healthy lifestyle, that gets passed down. It gets passed down. It gets passed,
Now, do you guys think that could be more of? Well, you just said that that's a what is it?
Not genetic.
It's not genetics.
no,
No,
the
but then
habits.
why? But why is Asian majority of Asian genetics? That's what they live off of. Here's what I'm gonna say. Filipinos alone. I met a lot of Filipinos, and even the poor ones, they actually live off of rice. So does
Mhm.
Mexicans when it comes to tortillas. What's the difference?
Well, depends on what mixes with the rice, how often they eat the rice. If they're only eating the rice, right? Poor people, like the poor Filipinos, for example, they only eat rice. And the rice gives you energy throughout the day, and they're also working a lot. They're also walking around a lot. They're also doing a
Hmm.
lot of exercise. They're not driving just a block away to Starbucks or whatever to get a high sugar drink.
Okay, versus us here in America
Yes,
in
if they came to America, they're going to blow up like a balloon because now they're driving
like
everywhere. And
Samoans.
yes,
Samoan beauty. Remember, because we both were raised in American Samoa. I don't recall our people being this big. I mean, now it's different because of all the fast food out there,
No,
but
because we worked the land. Like we had so many chores from six
and we
to
walked
this,
everywhere,
and we walked everywhere.
and it's not like we ate all the time. So yes, I see what you guys are saying.
you balance. There's a balance, right? And here, you're not balancing. All we do is sit there and eat and socialize and drive everywhere. You don't walk and exercise. You don't get that sun. You don't get that fresh air. You don't get none of that. And the food
Yeah,
on the islands is also fresher. It's
yeah.
fresher there. You're not going to the supermarket and getting a chicken that's pumped with all God knows what they're getting pumped with. You're going to the farm and getting chicken that's been living for 6 months.
And it wasn't like convenience wasn't there either. Well, now, but then we had a pot
Yeah,
of rice and maybe a kettle of tea
a kettle of
or
tea, or yeah,
like crackers. You know the big apomasis,
hmm
and then some butter. That's it. Like we didn't have. Well, I don't know about you, but like the only we would eat dinner. That's our full like that's a full course meal right there is when we eat dinner throughout the week. But during the day, in the morning or afternoon, it's a pot of rice and tea or crackers and tea. Like
And tea fills you up. Tea
yes,
fills in the empty space that the other food that when people are eating, they're not drinking a warm liquid. A lot of people that need to lose are losing weight. They always used to say, drink a cup of tea because it fills you up.
yes.
People are not full no more. They just eat, 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 eat.
yeah, informative. You see, guys, this is such a productive conversation. We all jumped on TikTok to help pass time, and here we are educating or just comparing apples to apples and motivating each other. So, because I was just about to have some rice and chicken, but I'm going to go ahead and cut
Change your
that
mind.
out. Change that. Yeah, you're
I
gonna
mean, you
cut
can
out.
have
Yeah,
your
hey,
rice and
hey,
chicken, just like a portion.
hey,
Yes,
Oos,
Mikaele.
don't let them judge you. Go ahead and
Not
have your rice and
judging.
chicken.
Have veggies
Never
too. Put some
judging.
greens on that plate. Put some
Yeah, I'm
greens on
just
that
saying,
plate
like
too.
portion
You know what?
control.
Bust the spam out too.
You know what? You be quiet over there begging for Samoan food while you go put something in your microwave.
Hey, hey, you leave me alone.
Ah.
I want to see everybody's reaction, man. Why is nobody showing their faces there? There you
Go put
go.
something in your microwave.
Oh, oh, Samoan Beauty, please stop with that Samoan stuff, sleeping, laying down on the bed.
I'm
I can't,
relaxing, okay? It's been a long day.
that's what I want to talk about, y'all. I cannot stand getting on TikTok and seeing a lot of Samoans when they're eating. What did you guys take on it? I don't understand that. What's the whole
Oh,
point of
snacking
that?
all the time. I think we're in a panel, and one lady was snacking like every hour, and I was literally sitting there like, "What are you eating now?"
Well,
I was
what's
living
Oh, I remember
vicariously through
that one.
her.
I
Was it
remember
that
that
one?
one.
they're
That
literally
Yeah.
was
are eating, and I'm just like, dude, where's the decency? Like you're on live. Like,
you can
are you,
share.
are
You
you
sharing?
just to me? I'm just like, all y'all do is just showing how fat ass we are. And she just like all stuff in their mouth. They're always on the live and eating like the crap out. I'm like, come on, man. And let it be. Can it be like somebody like your guy's size? You know what I'm saying? Or my size? Like but no, it's a fat ass on a fucking live, dude. I just don't get it. I just don't
Oh,
get it.
there's this one chick that downed a whole popsicle in one gulp, and she got banana.
What?
Yeah, she put the whole popsicle in her mouth, and it was gone clean off that stick.
Oh my god.
And she got banana because of how she ate.
Oh, that was violation.
It was a violation. The referee was like, "You're out of here." Someone felt some kind of way. She got banana, and then she got back on 10 minutes. She goes, "I don't know what happened, but I had a freeze." He's like, "Yeah." I mean, that thing was beyond the little dangly thing in the.
So she hawked too that banana.
She didn't use.
The banana.
That's pretty much what she did.
There wasn't even no hack to
My
it. It
mom.
was just gone.
That was just gulp. Damn.
Yeah, it was gawk. It was gawk gawk. She wasn't even. It wasn't even. There's no hawk to it. She just went straight gawk.
Oh dang.
Swallow.
See, it's a good thing. Look at that. I just motivated someone beauty to like sit up. Like it's
Look,
embarrassing, yo. When we're on the camera, man, we gotta be, you know what I'm saying, represented
that's
at
why I don't
least.
turn on my camera.
She straight like laid down, like, hi guys.
I was about to take a nap, and then I saw you were on live. I was like, oh, let me just hop in and say hi real quick.
So you're awake now.
Damn, yo. Anyways, this is gonna be on the next episode, guys. I like the conversation we had. It was very informative. Talking about type 2 diabetes. I did not know there's a type 2 one. I thought one was like worse than the two. You just
Yeah, well, it
educated
is.
me.
It is. Type 1 is autoimmune disease. So, type 1 is caused by a virus. Basically, my immune system went on hyperdrive and attacked my body. So,
So
it attacked my
is that why you're
pancreas.
so skinny? I'm just
No,
asking, I don't
I just
know.
got genetics. I just got the genetics.
Oh, so but you said genetics wasn't the cause of us Samoans being fat.
No, the
Now you're
skinny part is
contradicting
being
yourself.
genetic. The skin, no, no.
Oh,
I said genetics isn't a part of causing type 2 diabetes. That was no
Okay.
contradiction. My physique is genetic. I'm not that skinny.
You offended her.
Just like how Mikael's son gets offended when Mikael be like, you need to go bulk up, son, because his sons are bony, skinny
That's
bones.
because of his genetics.
What are you
What are
talking about?
you
Even you're
doing?
genetic too.
I'm strong though.
Oh, he's trying to
That's all that
flex.
matters. I'm
Yeah, over
strong.
there changing tires and stuff.
Hey. First off, I didn't have to change the tire. I just had to put some air in it, and then I found the leak. All right.
At least you found the hole this time.
Hey, I had a problem 4 times in a row.
Interesting, man. This is an interesting panel. You know what I'm saying? We got an Air Force who's a realtor here. We have an artist. This girl Sai is a freaking crazy artist. And then Mikaela right here, who is
Prior law enforcement, prior military, prior
just
you
a,
name it.
and my man has traveled out there to LA for love, right, Oos?
The love story.
The TikTok love connection. Are you gonna make a document off of that, Oos?
Yes, do it
Yeah.
and live stream the wedding.
Should we put you or vote for you to
Hey,
try to be on the
guy.
night? Oos, I want you to be what's his name? What's his name? Asuelu's number. Let's put you on the 90-day fiance.
Oh no, not Asuelu.
No.
We still like you,
He,
Asuelu.
he
Vamos
should.
começar no podcast.
I watched the
Don't worry.
beginning of that, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, when they went to the resort in Miami. Oh, that was so funny. Hold
I didn't
on.
know nothing about it. It was just every family were like, "Hey, look at this Samoan guy on this 90-day fiance thing." And I'm like, "What is that? Who is this dude?" And the first thing I seen was him like dancing when he flew into LAX or one
Yeah.
of the airports. And I was like, "Okay, that's what's up." But when the ooh started crying, I'm just like, "Bro,
You putting us down, bro.
yeah." And that's just, and I just blame the cast for that. I mean, I just blame the production for that because they're all
They know
about
how to
that.
market. They know how to
They know
market.
how to market because I'm just like, bro,
They fed
that,
into that because they knew when they put
yeah.
them in together in the same house on that couples counseling resort. They knew how to play the game. They knew what they were doing.
And it just shows you how different life is in the foreign world and it is out here in the main countries. You know how fast life goes and stuff like that. Because I mean, you got to give it up to the man because he was still able to hold his ground down. Yeah, he cheated on her and all the other stuff, but it's one thing you've never seen him go. He never really acted out, if that makes sense.
He didn't have the. Oh, hold on, podcast. I'll keep myself quiet.
He didn't have the. He was smart enough to just
He was
keep his
snipped.
cool.
He was snipped.
You
He
know,
earned.
if it was other race, they would have just went off. You know what I'm saying? No filter.
I
But the
mean,
man
if
knew how to
if
hold
he
it.
was able to cry on the camera, just imagine how he cried off camera.
Oh dang.
I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you was to go to Samoa too, Asuelu would have got you too, Sai. If you never met him on a 90-day fiance, I'm just saying, you never
A
know.
Suelu? I couldn't. No.
Damn,
But you got to think that's him. That's him fresh out of the islands too, though.
I've seen some people fresh out of the islands, and he was definitely special. Okay, don't. That's like your excuses. Oh, you fresh out? No, no. The boy was special.
I think he was just playing that character because a lot of people that do know him, he's got a good head on his shoulder. I think the man was smart enough to play that idiot role, and that was all for clout.
Mm.
I have seen him live on TikTok, and
Hmm
he is playing computer games. Like
Mm.
he's playing online games with people.
He's a gamer.
Gotta make money somehow.
That mean the man ain't stupid. The man knows what he's doing.
Hmm.
Sometimes you need those people to act like that, like Urkel. You know what I'm saying? Just to
Oh my god.
pay the bills. I'm just saying though. You never know. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Sai, since we have you on, Sai, this is your interview right now. You know what I'm saying? Ella already had her interview, so that way Sai can feel comfortable. Sai's an artist. Sai's a freaking legit artist. For those that are tuning in, man, you got to go check out Sai on her Instagram. We'll post everything below the link and her TikTok right here. Not only that she's vocal for a reason because her art speaks volume to you. If you see her artwork, man, it's I don't even know the right words to express the kind of art that you have, yo. Can you tell us a little bit about some of your artwork and like where did the inspiration come from? Because I know you do a lot of the online thing with the
Her
3D
shaking
and all
her
that
head.
stuff.
She's shaking her head. No.
Shy,
Please don't.
Shy,
Please
it's so
don't.
creative.
There.
She's a
Um,
character.
I
Where
just
does
do art because I'm
inspiration come
bored.
from?
Boredom.
What What do
I
you think?
really am. Um, I don't know. No, look at that. I did that.
You see that, guys? Look at that. Good
Oh, that's
job,
nice.
I think
Mikaela.
here. I have it right here. Hold on. Let me pull it up.
Mikaela, show the one that she just posted. It was like a cartoon. It was like a female, then it changes to shadow. It was like a cartoon thing. Did you just do that yourself?
Yeah,
That's
I know
right.
which one you're talking about. I can't pull that one up.
I
So
know.
Nicolele, he sent me this. These are his children, right? He sent me this,
Mm-hmm.
and this was what I came up
Oh.
with their names. So that's what I did for him.
That
Wish
is
I could.
amazing. Look at that. Sis, look at her art. Like that's no joke, yo. That's like skills.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
God skills.
hold on. Can't show everything that's on here.
Your Samoan boyfriend, you talk all that smack, but you did.
Dude, no. Okay. First of all, he invited me to bingo to the Samoan church this
And
weekend, this
you went.
Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went. I'm like, yes, we can play some bingo together. No, I got four packs, thinking that he's gonna play bingo with me. He left me. I never learned another language so fast in my life. I had to learn all the numbers in Samoan. Otherwise,
Oh
I
my
think I missed a
gosh.
few things. I'm sitting there, and the thing is, I had 4 packs, so I'm like, hot numbers. Every number that ends in four or 4 and 3. So I'm looking for all the numbers, and 4 and 3. By the time I get always the last card, they're yelling like I something, and now I'm looking for all the numbers. I didn't get a chance to relax. My blood pressure went so high, and then not to mention they're like, okay, 5 stamps. I'm like, what the hell's a stamp? Does anyone know what a stamp shape is? I'm copying from the other person next to me. The stamp is like the little four
The
blocks or
square, yeah.
whatever. I didn't know that. And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, and it's all in Samoan. They gave me like this whole time chart, and I'm like, what does that mean? So I'm taking a picture with my phone, and I'm doing Google Translate, and while
That's
he's
so
out there
hard.
drinking. He's outside drinking kava, and I'm sitting there like, I swear to God, I swear. They serve food, I'm not getting you a plate. You left me. You fucking left me. So I'm sitting there, I think I missed a few bingos. I was like, oh. And then, not to mention, they cranked up the air conditioning, and the fans are right behind me. So now
Oh,
the fans are blowing my cards everywhere. So I'm holding my cards down, and I'm trying to stamp everything. It was from 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock p.m. I'm stamping the whole time. I don't ever want to say, I don't want to see no numbers unless it's in my bank account, and I don't want to play bingo for the rest of my life again. That was the most. It felt like I was rather like that. Like it felt like I was running or doing some kind of sport because I was so exhausted. I was done by 8 o'clock. I fell asleep like 9,
so is that your first relationship with a Samoan guy?
unfortunately.
Oh, so they
No, fortunately. And you know what the thing is? He's a man child. Okay.
anyways, let's not talk about man because you keep butchering off man.
I'm
Let's get
not
back to your
butchering.
art. Let's get
I'm
back to
not
your
butchering.
artwork.
Oh, oh my God. I'm not ready. It's like a big man baby.
Mm.
I'm hungry. No, you're not. You ate an hour ago. But baby, I'm hungry. Kick him in his gout.
So did you break up with him yet?
Soon, maybe tomorrow.
There you go. Case closed.
Wow, sorry.
Show us your art. Ooh, look at that one. So tell us about this. Like, what was the inspiration behind this art?
This is actually for potentially for a client. So I do a lot of album covers for music artists. And sometimes
Nice.
what they'll do is they'll send me an MP3. This is the song. Here's the lyrics. Come up with something.
Mm.
Either they give me an idea what kind of like colors they're going to go for or what theme they're possibly going for, and then they basically give me free range.
That is
So
cool.
yeah, this is the album cover. Like that was the original concept, and then this is what I came up with. So this person, like
Right
these are the clowns.
on.
Like these clowns here are actually like artists that are on Instagram. It's called Kill the Clowns on Instagram, and these two DJs never remove their masks, and she was like co whatever. So Spiky, and then the Kill the Clowns characters.
And you do that all through the computer.
All on my iPad. My iPad is straight. Unless I'm doing like a lyric video or editing a music video or editing a commercial, then I'm going to go on my computer.
That is interesting.
And as an immigrant myself, um, I basically utilized, America. Everyone was a rapper. Everyone wants to do art. I used to do tattoos. So when I lived in Atlanta, I actually used to go to the strip clubs and hand out my business cards. And then that same night, after they got off shift, I would be doing tattoos. Yeah, so I kind of utilized and took the advantage of the opportunities.
And what kind of tattoos do you normally do when you're doing your tattoos? When you used to do it?
I used to do a lot of Japanese traditional and then new school artwork.
Have you ever tried like the tribals and stuff like
I
that?
Yes, but I refuse to do tribal on people that were not poly and didn't know what it meant and stuff like that. Because I had in Atlanta, I had a lot of people that came to me, and
Mm.
because they saw The Rock that had a tattoo, they wanted to be like, "Oh, can you do that? Like put an African twist on it." I'm like, no, no.
And what's your reason behind them not doing, like,
Just out of respect, because I was taken away from the Samoan community because of the way I was raised. So I don't
mm,
really know the true roots of like a tribal. So out of respect of a culture, I'm not going to, do something that I pretend that I really truly know.
that's
Right?
interesting.
Yeah. So this is a
S-
2D and 3D dimension.
That is amazing right there. What was going through your mind when you created that?
Uh,
Damn.
so this is when I first moved to Phoenix. I didn't realize how bad drugs were.
Uh-huh.
And I actually painted this. I'll find the footage, but I actually painted this here on a mural, and I
Mm.
called it fentanyl because I just saw how bad the drug pandemic and all that stuff out here is just it's insane. And then I went to my friend's house and I realized her microwave was dirty, so I took a picture of her microwave.
Wow, so that's an actual microwave.
That is her nasty, crusty microwave. Yeah.
Now, does that have to do with the did you get that idea from like Fortnite?
No, I just kind of just kept going and going. I think I was watching anime at the time or something, and I just kind of kept drawing and drawing.
So when people are like, are you taking clients if they're interested in, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that?
I do commission all my art pieces if they want something like here. I did this for a client that I met on TikTok itself.
Or like really tripping off of with the Assassin's Creed and then the Samoan.
Yeah. So something like this, I require $100, right?
Uh-huh.
And the day I start, I need 50% down, and the remaining balance we paid to remove the watermark. And my turnaround time is literally maximum 7 days. I can get something like this done. This took me 2 days to get done, but I have to like completely focus. So most of the time, I'm on a panel and I'm just like literally listening to people, like I'm listening to a podcast, and I'm just
Uh-huh.
drawing away. So that's why a lot of people will
Gotcha.
see me, and I just sit there and I'm always looking down at my iPad. I'm just drawing, listening to people, and that's really all I do.
And then I also see you do like today. I was like, oh damn, size on. And then I see something you just posted about 4 hours ago, back to back to back. I see you mentioned with some kind of cartoon thing too, right? It was like the character in black and stuff.
Oh yeah, so I do animations. I do, but it's very hard to do that for people because it depends on your budget. Because a 1 minute animation, it
Mm-hmm.
takes a lot of drawings. I do kind of like a flip book. So it's a lot of drawings, a lot of time spent on it. So I just basically, if someone says, "Hey, I want, animation of this," I go, "What is your budget? How much are you willing to spend?" And that will right there will give me an idea of how much details I'm going. If I'm going to do either like an animation on a live action, so I just go outside, take footage of something, and I can
Mm-hmm.
draw on that, which is so much easier instead of just drawing the background of something.
No, I hear
So,
you because I also want you to check out like the intro of my podcast, me and
mhm.
Queen's podcast and stuff, and come up with an idea of how to like an actual legitimate pod. You know how a lot of shows have their how they
Introduction.
introduction and stuff. So I do it on mine, but I do it on the basics. You know, like CapCut. What's the other ones? Kind of like use all these like apps and stuff.
Hmm.
I'm not I'm not a video editor, but I've learned from shout out to Guy So Smooth from the We Fobs podcast. He's done a lot of that. He went to school for during the time YouTube was just coming out, so he in film. But he helped me with the basics and the fundamentals of it. I'm not really into it, but eventually I'm just looking for a team to eventually, you know what I'm saying, be that team for that side of the work when it comes to the pod and stuff.
This is all the cameras used for the music videos and all that stuff here.
That's what I'm saying,
All the
yo.
editing, music video editing. So I edit music videos, commercials, corporate videos, and movies
Hmm.
all here. Production.
And that's your job? Like that's your side gig or your actual job that you
Yeah,
have?
it's more of a side gig now. It's just kind of like if I got nothing else going on, sure, I'll do
That's what's up. And
it.
how much do you normally charge on just like from the lowest to the most that you know from experience like you're able to make money off of that?
um,
This is
for
just
like
for the sake of like you know what I'm saying. People that are interested in that wants to do that has no idea because you know when you go to like tutorials on YouTube, people are not really honest about stuff, and
mhm.
they don't really showcase the whole blueprint of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of the
Well,
podcast. It's just trying to educate our viewers.
well, that is a broad question because
Hmm.
video production goes from obviously you need a whole team, right? You need
Yeah.
your DP. If people want to look up 305 films or iconic films is who I am. We shot Ace Hood, Nicki Minaj, Rick Ross, all those artists when we lived in Miami.
So
Mhm.
you was a part of that group, or was it a
It was
company?
my ex-husband and I. We own the company.
What was the company name?
Iconic Films. IKONEQ. Iconic
That's
IKO.
tied.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of experience for it.
I was married into it. So my artwork, I was just always, always drawing things. So I just kind of again took advantage of the entertainment industry, started teaching, learning how to animate and do. It's all self-taught. I never went to school for any of this. I had the opportunity to kind of job shadow and follow people and learn on spot. Well, also too, I noticed also in the film industry, I always come across people like, "Oh, I'm going to school for video production," and
Yes.
deep down, I want to ask why, but also too, I understand why. I guess people are not always like, they don't have the opportunity to go out there and network and actually meet the right people. Not everyone lives in
Mm,
Miami. Not everyone,
yes.
is put into that place to actually meet. Because we used to go to Puff Daddy's house. We did Revolt. We did a lot of different
Hmm.
things. One thing I do can suggest, if you come across anyone that's actually in the film industry, ask to be an assistant, ask to job shadow, you'll
Yeah.
learn more than just sitting there and learning off of a computer or textbooks.
Because it's more of the grounds work and networking.
Yes, networking and also too, we develop different habits than what's in textbooks.
Correct.
So yeah, and then you just have better opportunity. You don't always have to graduate because if you can take a course and then get onto a job, you will get more opportunities and grow faster at the job than you are finishing the school. And you're just
So
wasting your money in that class.
that's some gems right there you just gave the
Yeah, like
audience and
I
stuff.
mean, technology always evolves. So what you learn in class
Hmm.
2 years from now, you're not gonna. Technology is evolving really, really fast. So the only way to learn is to be on the job.
Yeah, on the job and
Yeah,
innovating along with it.
yeah,
That's why we started doing the whole podcast on the live too, because
hmm
I'm just like, and this is just from some whole shout out to Smack, shout out to Coconut Oos for giving me those pointers like, oh, you need to do a live, bro. And I'm like, I haven't got to that level yet because I'm thinking like, oh, well, we need to be an actual studio to do a live to make it look professional. But really, it's like just turn it on the camera and just go on with it. And we were able to gain more followers off of that, off of doing
hmm
this, just doing this, being authentic, just like really like, hey, we ain't got a team. This is just me and my partner, and we just really just figuring it out as we're going. All we know is what our mission is. We enjoy talking to people like you and everybody that just what is your why? Like what made you do what you're doing? And something that we like, you know what I'm saying? Like
a lot of I've noticed even on TikTok, I noticed a lot of these vloggers and the podcasters. They
hmm
start on their couch. They invite
yeah,
people as guests on their couch,
yeah,
and they just film on there, and they grow from there instead of just going and putting yourself in debt, getting a
hmm
studio. So
yeah. Everything we do is on Zoom. Like for
mhm.
like I mean right now with TikTok live it's even expanded our audience, especially with the scheduling and stuff like that. That's why when I was texting you last night I was like, hey, let's schedule you out, but I was like, you know what, I'll just catch her on the live whenever she hops on because I knew you saying you were getting nervous, and I'm like, see, that's the thing, I don't want people to feel like it's a professional thing because it ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be depending how I put it out. You see what I'm saying as far as the
Yeah,
audio goes, and even just the message behind it too is what matters from at least on my take when it comes to podcasting is
yeah.
having a educational purpose of why listeners are tuning into this to our live and stuff. So another thing that I found out too, I don't, well, you seen the one that I just posted, and that was like what, it was a motorcycle club that was out there in Washington. So that was like our
Mhm.
first live event that my partner went ahead and we were just like, well, we're not camera people. I said, cuz, just turn on your phone. Just turn on your phone and go live. And just tell people. So, we did chat GPT, like, give us a monologue of how we're going to, like an idea of a structure.
Yeah.
And that's what we went off of. And then that's what I built. Well, I edited the whole video of what, just to make sure that the message was clear and posted out there and just getting a lot of engagement through YouTube and Facebook.
That's how you have to go. Just wing it and go for it.
Go for it and see how the audience responds to it.
Yeah, because the audience is going to respond. Things go viral when things are not planned.
I know, man. See, now I wish Queen and you were all living in a close area because this would have been a perfect production right now. With your ideas with your skills of like music video, just videoing, you know what I'm saying, capturing ideas. Queen, she's more of the business side. She's the one that gets all me that gets the YOs all these like professional, the doctors, the experienced people, even like what's her name, Samoan Beauty, a retired Air Force who's a real estate. So she's the one that connects me through those. And we starting off with just Samoans first, but we really wanted to make it like a worldwide international podcast. Not just we're just learning by inviting our people first. You know what I'm saying? Just to get
Yeah.
in the habit and just to put the name out there because of followers and stuff like that. People look at that when you invite people. They see your following is low. They're not gonna pay no attention to you. I'm talking about the big ones. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that's where we're at with this. It's building up the followers, and it's going pretty good because we just started in January, and it's pretty amazing how far we came with this podcasting because we're a nobody that just came on the scene on social media and now starting to be a somebody slowly, but it's coming.
We'll get there. We'll definitely get there. Just keep doing what you need to. Start making, coming up content, interview different people, and eventually you'll get where you
Eventually,
really need to be. Yeah.
yeah,
Don't give
yeah.
up.
No, we ain't. Trust me, we ain't. I enjoy talking to you and stuff, and I was really excited about like your artwork because we were trying to find somebody that's actually doing what you're doing, and I was like, damn, you're hella skillful. So good.
There's another person, I believe he's Samoan, but he does a lot of video work.
Hmm.
I just came across. He follows me. I got it. Hold on. Actually, let me see if he's in my, because I think he's in my inbox. Um,
Yep. Send them my way and stuff. I'll hit them up.
oh, what is his name? Oh no.
But while you're looking at that, you know, another thing too, I believe that a lot of Samoans and coconuts, just Polynesian people, we're not, I want to say educated, just don't have the knowledge or understanding of like how you can monetize your platform. Because there's a lot of people I see, our people, brown skinned people, are just like, dude, you got like 50 plus followers and you're not doing anything with it. Just sitting on that.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
you got
amazing to me.
opportunity. Okay, so the person I'm going to shout him out. He's not going to know I'm shouting him out, but
It's
I
all
saw in
good.
his story that he does video work, and his TikTok name is Bean.801.
Being
B
as
E
in
B
AN.
E E N dot 801. Yeah.
Okay, shout
So
out to Bean 801.
yeah, because I said I saw on his story I said you do camera work and he goes yes ma'am, and then that's when I started talking to him about cameras and stuff like that, and he said that he uh Precious Parker he's done NFL films, Mr. Beat, Common Kings, etc. And they're
Damn.
putting together short films, trying to keep the cast and crew as poly as possible. So
That's
you know what?
what's up.
Yeah. So that was just a fluke. All of a sudden, I saw my the stories, so that's why I inboxed him. I'm like, ah. So yeah, I mean, that's someone definitely to reach out to because he does camera work, and he definitely probably would know more people too. So that is BEEN.801.
And make sure you send me that, share it, share his thingy, you know what I'm saying, to my inbox
How
on
do
the
I do that?
TikTok. I think you share and then you just look for me
Oh,
for YYOs or something like that. But
okay.
I got him on this too, so I have the audio so I can definitely look it up myself when I'm doing my editing and stuff.
Yeah. Let me see.
Cause I'm tired of people be like, "Hey, cuz, hey, bro, man, you know you should do this. You should do this for the editing part." I'm like, dude, I'm a one man thing, man. I'm tired of hearing that. I was like, wait until I get a production that can take care of all those stuff that Joe Rogan production, Club Shay Shay's doing, and all that stuff. Like, eventually, I'll
Hmm.
find them people and get them, you know, get the ball rolling.
There you go. I just sent it to your TikTok. I
Yeah, I
think.
appreciate that.
Look at that.
So,
I'm learning. I'm new to TikTok still, so I'm learning on TikTok.
oh, well, welcome to the club. We started
Yeah.
in January. Actually, for TikTok, we jumped in March. We jumped in
I've
March.
I've had it, but I wasn't on it like that. I've had it since
Yeah,
2019, and I wasn't on it. And then my
yeah.
Instagram started getting boring, so I just kind of,
Jump to the
yeah,
next one. Just to like,
yeah. I
I
mean,
get it.
I kept getting restricted on TikTok or Instagram.
Yeah, so talk to us about that. Since you got a lot of followers on IG, so you're doing a lot of exotic poses and stuff. What's the mindset behind that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like you're
What are you
always
talking
like
about? No,
posing.
no,
Yeah.
no. That's not what you're talking about. No.
I'm thinking of like, okay, it must be because she's an artist, you know what I'm saying? So you're expressing while you're posing and stuff. What's behind that artwork?
I think probably because for the longest time I actually stopped posting my artwork,
Mm,
and a lot of my followers are
male. Hmm.
weird. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, let me start. You don't want to jump in the cold water at once, so let me just start sticking in a toe once in a while, kind of to show myself and then my artwork. So kind of I basically mixed
Clickbait.
together.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess it'll be clickbait, and they're like, oh yeah, I forgot that she's talented, and that get back to posting more of my artwork. So that's how that
Yes.
happened.
Get that
But I used
artwork
to,
out there because that's
yeah,
nice.
because I used to have a lot of like I've had Instagram since Instagram was only for iPhone users
Mm. How
since
long
day
ago was
one.
that?
2011,
Yeah, it's fairly new, isn't it?
2011,
That's
2012, maybe
crazy.
2000. Yeah, it was only for Instagram first came out. It was only for iPhone users.
Wow.
Yeah,
So that's the whole madness of that. You didn't know that you were doing clickbait, but that's what you're doing. Because a lot of y'all, so I'm going to assume that you're in your what, late 20s or early 30s?
I'm 36 years old.
Well, your early 30s. And I see that a lot of y'all generation be doing that.
Sorry, dog barking.
You're
Uh,
good.
I mean, yeah, we're at our second prime. Let us enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, and I was like, man, this your generation is like, well, I want to say generation, but your guys, you females at that age bracket is like very confident, very very confident. You
We
can see,
gotta be because
yeah,
we still look good at our age. When no
hmm
offense, but the younger generation starting to look older than what we are.
yeah. Is that where's
So
the mindset of that? Because you guys are all, even like the artists is like, I want to say not just the hip hop but music. It's just like all around. Females are just like
it was a
really.
Flintstone vitamin.
It was a Flintstone vitamin that caused you to be that motivated. I mean, like
Yeah,
confident.
yeah, the Flintstone vitamins and drinking water straight from the hose.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, I don't know. I think more or less because like let me enjoy my midlife crisis. Like
It's
I'm
free
going through a midlife
spirit.
crisis before I'm like a little too old to enjoy that part. So
Yeah, living young and free, right?
right while I still
Yeah,
have it, and then then the gray hairs start popping out.
yeah, because you guys are really out there, man. And I'm like, that's what I'm seeing. I'm not judging. I'm just like, man, all these girls are just confident.
But I'm not out there twerking and
Correct.
doing that stuff.
Not that stuff.
I don't have only friends or nothing like that. So
But you guys
you
know how
know
to work the mimic, if
we
that's
know
what it
how to
is.
market what we
Market.
got. So we're more tastefully. What is that viral word that they're doing now? Demure.
Which one?
We're
Mm-hmm.
demure, but
What's
seductively demure.
demure? Demure?
Demure. Just look it
Demure.
up. Demure. That's a new TikTok viral thing that people are using that weird word.
Shoot, I'm learning from you guys for real. Because I'm in my 40s and I'm just like, that's what the podcast is. I'm all about, I'm curious, but and then try to be non-biased because I don't really, I see a lot of light in everybody, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, of whatever they're doing. I'm just like, nah, there's a reason why they are. It's not like I was all like a good pastor man back then, you know what I'm saying? So everybody just has their stories, and I just wanted to share that out, you know what I'm saying? We got a live pause to guess.
Sorry, I had to cut someone out real quick.
No, you good.
But yeah, I think also too, like a lot of women my age, especially if they're single, we're at an
Hmm.
age where we can either date the son or the father.
Wait, say that one more time.
We're at the age where we can date the son or the father because
Damn.
because we're not old and we're not young. We're
Right in between.
yes, exactly, exactly. So I don't know. Like oh shoot, I did fuck up. Okay, no, I'm good. Sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me show. So I'm working on this. right? It's like just a
Hmm.
collage of things. And then how I do it, I go on layers. It's all layers. And what I notice, like I'm supposed to be working on this layer, but I'm working on this layer. So I have to undo everything I just did just so I can start working on this layer.
Damn.
Yeah. So I kind of I messed up.
And that's going out to anybody in particular, that artwork that you're working on right now?
This is actually in between my commissions to kind of get my head
That
straight
man,
again. Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool. So, how many clients would it take for you to actually, quit your 9 to 5 and go full time with what you're doing right now, as far as making these, artworks, and then eventually, if you wanted to do some filming and stuff like that?
I don't haven't worked a 9 to 5 since 2010. This
Damn,
is
top
this is my
heavy.
full time. This is my full time. I accept projects here and there. I'm not desperate for work. I choose what projects I want to do, what clients I want to work with, and I'm very comfortable financially, so I don't have to, stress myself out.
And how much do you charge in, like, just for a good project?
A hundred
What
bucks a
is
piece.
$100 a piece? And it only takes you like sometimes even less than an hour to do one for $100.
I mean, it depends. Like, so if they have a logo that's already done that they want to revamp or vectorize, vectorizing. Let me see if I can pull an
Thank you
example
for
for people who don't know.
clarifying that. Yep, because just
Yeah.
when you talk
Uh,
to the audience of the YOs, always think of it like you're talking to your child. Just to be, no, I'm just saying, just so for sake, not to offend anybody, but I want to be transparent to where everybody can understand.
okay.
So
So
that's a
this
vector 5.
no, this is not a vector file. So this here, you see when I zoom in how it's pixelated.
Mm-hmm.
A vector file is it's an image that works basically. Oh shoot, wrong marker. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up here properly. Okay. So it's an image that was basically a mathematical image. I'm just going to do a circle here.
Mm-hmm.
That's pixelated. This is vectorized. You see how clean it is. No matter how much
Yeah.
you zoom in, it will never be pixelated. So you can take a small little image and you can take it, it'll be the size of a dime. You can blow that image up onto a billboard and will never lose its. Yeah,
So is that the new technology too when it comes to, like, logos for a T-shirt that you want to upload a picture up on custom T-shirts? Is that also a tool to have?
yeah. So if you want to do logos and stuff like that, like okay, so this image here,
Mm-hmm.
um, I mean this could be vectorized. It just would not have clean shading. Let me see if I can
So
find a different example.
it depends.
Yeah, okay, let me try to show this one here. Like this image here cannot be vectorized because it has
Mm.
shading. It has shading. Vectorized would have to be a clean cut, like I can't use words today. How to be it would have to be clean cut. So if for example here, see this is shaded.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to vectorize it, it cannot be shaded. It would have to be completely clean cut like that.
Ah,
So the shading would have to be like that. It wouldn't be,
that is interesting. You know how
yeah.
much you are educating the viewers. I swear, for
I
real.
mean, I'm not really because I can't think of the words today. The words are not really working with me. I'm very tired.
I
So,
mean, what's the whole difference of a shade? It's no difference. It made sense what you were saying.
yeah. So, like this image here,
Or
I can
dark
probably,
spots.
yeah, dark spots, shading. Like this image here,
Mm-hmm.
I can upscale. Upscaling would be more of a cleaner quality work.
Mm-hmm.
That could be printed out on like a canvas. If I were to use Printify, for example,
I
they
use
could take this
Printify a lot.
image. Hmm?
I use Printify a lot.
Yeah, so I can get this image here and upscale it, and then we can transfer it, and it could be used on Printify, and that would actually show better on clothing and garments. Vectorizing usually is really good for logos if you have a simplified logo. So all anytime someone reaches out to me to get a logo done, or they already have a logo done already, most of the time people will reach out to me to vectorize the file
That
because
is
whoever artist they already had done, they never got vectorized. So that's what they reach out to me, and then I would basically discuss how much that was going to cost me. Depends on how detailed the logo is and how much work I have to do.
Damn, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of information there. I like that. So before I let you go, I want to just say, can you tell us a story? And you don't have to share it with us because I know my audience are going, because you said something about Rick Ross and all of them. Your time over there, what's one of them experience that you had? Like you said, you was learning on the curve. What were you shooting? Paint the picture. Tell us a story.
The- Okay, I'm trying to without naming names. Okay, so you know the music video "Woke Up in a New Bugatti," Ace Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was shot. My ex-husband is actually the one driving the boat because no one knew how to drive the boat that day.
Okay.
Um, and Ace Hood can't swim,
Who
and
can't
he's got
swim?
he can't swim. So he's got footage in that video of him swimming. But I met a lot of people. A lot of people. I've never been starstruck, and oh my God, there's whatever. I've
Mm.
never been that. I've always treated a person like any other average Joe. That is probably the most humbling thing you can do with some people, unless you come across someone that be like that's on their high horse, right?
But what
But
was
I don't
this?
know.
So
Hmm?
what happened? Tell us a story. So you see somebody who couldn't swim?
Oh, he can't swim. He couldn't swim. It was yeah.
What
And
what
this
is what did you say? Okay, I heard you say a something. We're not gonna mention no names and stuff. Yeah, he couldn't swim.
he can't swim. So there was the one scene in that music video he struggled
Damn,
because
but
he
what were
there was
you
water
doing?
involved.
Were you just in the back, just enjoying the scenery, or you was actually as far as like were you part of the camera crew? You know what I'm saying? Or you
I
just
was
there?
unloading. I was unloading the mags. So the mag would be so the person holding the camera, the mag is like the memory card, and I had to
Mm,
unload it with the footage. So you only have one time to unload that mag. You screw up unloading that mag, you lose all that footage. That's a whole budget. The mag is like a memory card, right?
yes.
And basically every minute counts when you're shooting a video. The sun is on your time. The rental property is on time, maids are on time, like everything costs money. Every minute costs money, right? So if I lose that footage on that Meg, that's thousands of dollars gone.
Wow.
So yeah, so I have to take that one card that's connected to the camera and unload it onto the computer, and hopefully it loads properly. Otherwise, I screw up the whole project. And that was my first thing I had to learn how to do.
That's crazy. And what was the budget? You don't have to be exact on a number, but what are budgets like that when it comes to filming? Because obviously, you and your partner at that time was the production. So obviously, y'all was doing the producing of it. Y'all also the ones that published it too, or y'all sold it to somebody to
Oh,
publish it.
so we were working with a person, like a company already there. So they
Mm,
were hired like DP, like we were director of photography and whatever. So when it comes to a music video like that, back in the day, budgets were a lot of money. They had a lot of money for budgets. Now, unless you're like, Megan the Stallion will have a large budget for their video and stuff
yeah.
like that. They actually have a large budget, but you have a lot of small rappers now that have, oh, I got $1,000. Back in the
Oh,
day, people would spend almost $100,000 on a music video.
that's what I'm saying.
They used to drop a lot of money, and now they don't really do it. Obviously Beyonce has their own team. They have the normal people they always call. A lot of people have their own people that they always call, right? They don't call the smaller crew. And then
But
on top of that, you have your gaffers, which is your lighting. Lighting costs money. You've got your camera crew that costs money. You got your director that costs money. Like, you know,
everything costs money now.
mm,
Now, here's the money. Here's $1 million question, just for me alone, and just thinking about everybody that's like on a startup or on a come up, or even just trying to make something as simple as, well, I want to say simple, but something like a music video. Do
mm.
you think with technology when it comes to these smartphones, can an iPhone make
Yep,
its own music
yep.
video?
Beyonce actually shot what was that one video? She shot one of the music videos herself, or obviously she had to person, but she shot a music video using an iPhone. The iPhone shoots 4K plus, right? You can
Mhm.
literally shoot a video with it, unless you want to use the cameras I just showed you. That will shoot like 8K.
And then what are some of the tricks when it comes to like changing outfits, changing clothes? what are some of the, like, for example, let's just say we shoot a music video of the Wilds, of just a music video, and you said we're just doing a camera. Can you do it with what? Like a good 4 cameras would do, or 3 camera phones, or 1 or 2?
You can
For an
shoot a video with
ideal,
one.
with just
It
one.
might take longer. You can shoot a video with one, but it might take a little bit longer.
Dang, I always knew it. I just knew it.
I mean, because if you think about it, a music video, all you need is one camera. You're not over there shooting different angles. Like you can shoot different angles, different cameras, but you're using one camera. Actually, here, I actually have behind the scenes on my TikTok. This was behind the scenes right here. This was, I forgot who it was already, but that's the ex-husband right there with the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Actually behind the scenes, and just one camera is used.
Okay, so a lot of time it's really the lighting.
Yes. So you got your gaffers and stuff.
When you say gaffer, you mean lightings?
Gaffer is the lighter, yeah. The person that does lighting, yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
But
That's
and then
a
also too, a lot of videos they try to work with the natural light outside, and that you only have like a sunset that lasts so long, right? Or a sunrise that lasts so long. You literally have maybe about 10 minutes to get that perfect lighting. You miss that, that's a whole nother day of shooting. That could be another $2,500 or another $5,500 just to get the next day for pickup shots.
So you're saying that if you was to do like a natural light, the best time to go is either sunrise or sunset?
It depends on the treatment and the scene of the video. So if you have a scene of a couple walking on the beach during the sunset, you literally only have a 10-minute window to get that scene. You can't keep getting retake, right? That's money. You need to
Mm.
get one shot, one done.
You hear that, coconuts? That's some advice for y'all that be shooting your music videos and stuff.
Rehearse beforehand. And also, too, not to mention, when
Uh-huh.
we say shooting starts at 9, for example, show up 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours ahead of time. Not 9 and not after 9. Beforehand.
Okay.
We don't run an island time. You have to show up early when
To
it
get
comes
that
to
production
production.
good.
Yes. Otherwise, I
Oh.
mean, if you guys want to show, if people want to show up late, then that's just you guys pay me more, basically. That's more money for me. But to save a couple $100, couple $1,000, show up early.
And then one last thing, I promise I'm gonna let you go and I'm done. So you mentioned P. Diddy. You were at his parties or something like that? Is that what you said?
No. So not really parties like Revolt. So my
Uh-huh.
ex-husband worked with P. Diddy. We used to do Revolt. Revolt was like a music conference that happened
Correct.
in La Fontainebleau in Miami and
Mm.
stuff like that. So stuff like that. Yeah, he's worked with P. Diddy. That's something that I could probably get him on the podcast too. He's not Polynesian, but he's someone that you could probably really interview.
Oh, there you go.
If
There you
if
go,
you want to
coconuts.
interview him, I mean, I can get him on camera. And he can talk to you about all the camera stuff. And if anyone wants to job shadow, he travels to Utah all the time. He travels to Vegas all the time. He goes to Miami all the time. So if anyone ever has want to job shadow, you can always line up an opportunity, and he can show you some of the ropes. He's now shooting like films, movies, and stuff like that now. So
And who's this?
my ex-husband.
You don't want to shout the man out and stuff? I mean, I know it's your ex, but I mean, for some love and stuff, because you're asking for a favor for the Who's at least shout the man out. You know what I'm saying? No?
If people are interested, his Instagram is the number one ROKSTAR.
Mm.
And if anyone's interested in music videos, anything like that, he is very flexible when it comes to what budget you're working for. If you're like a music artist that's just starting out, come up with a budget, a realistic budget that's not going to rent a mansion or rent something, a realistic budget, and he can make it work. If you want to get into camera or any kind of like film industry, if you have any questions, just tell him Sai sent you, SAI, and then you know what, he will talk to you. Otherwise, he probably just ignore you. If you just say Sai sent you, then you know what, that gives you opportunity, gives you more of a foot in the doorway.
That's what's up. But for
Yeah.
podcast purposes, for him to educate the viewers, you know what I'm saying? Let me
Mhm.
know.
I mean, I mean, I can go ask him. I can text him right now. He doesn't
Hmm.
he has TikTok, but he doesn't have that many people to be on live. Like he can always use mine. I can go be like, hey.
Yeah, so the live thing, so you
Hmm.
brought that up, right? Because my nephews and they're like, Uncle, you only got like 70 lives. Because even though it shows just us right now, but you know, people peekaboo in and out,
Hmm.
TikTok still counts all those, right? So it'll be like on a regular, like how we're having a conversation. I'm not concerned about my live. I'm really using the platform for the purposes to interview the guest hosts. And it also, if we get people online, we get followers. Because after this one, I just got like 10 followers now, new followers that follow
Hmm.
the YOs. It's clickbait. Really, I'm using the live for a clickbait. Eventually, as it blows up and more people are starting to realize, oh man, if I get on this guy's live, I'll be on fucking, excuse my language, but on YouTube and Facebook. You see what I'm saying?
There's another individual that you can also interview. He goes by Lil Raw B,
Mm-hmm.
RAWB. In Phoenix, Arizona, they host a kava event, kava free
Nice.
food, and I know they have an event happening October 11th. That's someone that you can also interview as well. He lives out
Definitely.
here. He's Samoan as well, so I think he's Samoan or maybe
Definitely.
Tongan. One of those.
Anybody, I mean, really, it's the guest hosts, the ones that get me all the other guest hosts to the other one.
Hmm.
Network, baby. Y'all hear that, coconuts, when y'all tune in?
And thank God for technology because
Right?
I'm very introverted in person. If I see someone walking towards me, I will literally jaywalk to avoid them in person. I do not like people in person. So this kind of, online networking gives more of an opportunity and reaches out
Yes,
to, yeah,
it does, though, man. But sorry, man, I don't want to hold you up, man. Thank you for your
they fine.
time. Thank you for coming up. I told you it wasn't gonna be hard, right? Coming on the pod, it's like we're just having a conversation.
I know I might have Swayla cry later.
You might what?
I might do a Swayla and start crying later.
Well, that's he's crazy, man. But yes, man, if y'all find this episode entertaining, man, go ahead and send it out to your friends and family, man. Push out the YO's podcast because that's all we do here, man. We just bring wonderful hosts like Sai here, you know what I'm saying, educating us. To her, it's a hobby, but to YO's, we see bigger things in her. We see a gifted woman that's not only a mother, but also a talented Polynesian mother who is, I mean, your artwork showcases your energy and the kind of personality. Just keep doing what you're doing, Sai. I see you doing great things if you really put your mind to
Appreciate it. And
it.
also too, if anyone's like,
Yeah.
has any ideas, because I want to start doing vinyl stickers for people who
Hmm.
can't actually afford to buy my artwork. I want to start printing out my artwork in like vinyl stickers. So if anyone has any kind of ideas of what they want to see on a sticker, I have artist block right now. It would be very helpful if people help me.
Yes.
So
Look at the
yeah,
YOOS logo. You can use that as a sticker too, because we need
start
stickers
start sticker
anyways.
slapping. I'm gonna start
Yeah,
sticker slapping the white ooze everywhere.
there you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
But yes, I man, you know what I'm saying, for the audience, you know what time it is, man. If you have any comment, leave drop it down. I will post you and hit you up with people with their feedback and stuff like that. Again, we thank you again. Hopefully we can get you back on this podcast, which I'm pretty sure I can see that happening. But until then, man, I'm your host, Wyatt Oos, and we got Sai here. We're out, baby.
Mhm. Bye guys.